All right, this lab simulation we're going to implement Azure functions. This is a Microsoft Azure Fundamentals course, lab simulation. So let's get started. All right, so in this walkthrough, we will create a function app to display a hello message when there is an HTTP request. So first off, what we're going to do, in order to use the monitoring services outlined in the last step that we are going to complete, we need to follow some instructions to set up a log analytics workspace. So let's sign into our Azure portal and we'll set that up right now. All right, so here, let's sign in. Okay, so we're going to search for log analytics. So we'll just type log anal and then log analytics workspace right here. Now we are going to click create, and we're going to make sure that the default subscription is selected, which it is. We're going to select the existing resource group here on our drop down menu. We're going to provide a name for the workspace, which is going to be only cans workspace 2. And we're going to keep it on the East US region, and we're going to click review and create. It'll run a validation test here, validation pass. We're going to click create. And we're going to wait for the deployment to complete. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to get started on our function app. So while that's running, we are going to go to the 3 lines here and we're going to click services. There you go, this finished. So we'll get back to that at the end. Now we are going to, in the search field, type function app. Here it is. And then from here, let's get rid of these windows. We're going to click create. All right, so now we're on the basics tab of the function app, and we are going to start inputting the information that they provide us. We're going to keep some stuff default. Subscription is going to be left alone. Resource on the drop down menu, we're going to pick this right here. The function is going to be function dash only cans. The publisher is going to remain code. We are going to use a .NET for the runtime stack. We're going to keep the version the same, and we're going to keep the region the same. And that's pretty much it. Everything else stays on default. So we're going to click review and create. And then we're going to click create. Alright, and then from this point we're just going to wait for the notification that the resource has been created, and then we'll go to resources and we'll continue on from there. So this might take a minute. Here on our notifications we can see the deployment succeeded for our log analytics. Now we are creating the function app. So let's give it a minute or so. All right, deployment succeeded. All right, so now we are going to go to resources here. And now we are on the overview page. And we can see that the status says that it's running, which is good. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to create an HTTP triggered function and we're going to test it. So on the function app blade here, we're going to click our newly created function, which we already did. We're already in this area. And then we are going to click create function right down here. Alright, so we're going to add a function pop-up window. It's right here, and we're going to select a template, and we're going to select the HTTP trigger here. So let me select that, and then we're going to click create. Alright, now we are on the HTTP trigger 1 blade. In the developer section, we're going to click code plus test, which is right here. And then on the code plus test blade, we're going to review the auto-generated code, and note that the code is designed to run an HTTP request and log information. Also notice that the function returns a hello message with a name. So this code right here is already set up to run an HTTP request, log information, and there's a hello message right here at the bottom. Alright, so we're going to click get function URL right up here, and we are going to copy the function URL. Also, we want to make sure that the key here is set to default, which it is, so we're good to go there. Now we're going to open up a new browser, and we're going to paste that URL that we got, and you can see here it says this HTTP triggered function executed successfully. Pass a name in the query string or in the request body for a personalized response. So we can do that. What we're going to do here is at the end of this URL, we're going to add the symbol for and name equal signs, and then we're going to write welcome to, or actually we're just going to say, yeah, we'll say welcome to OnlyCans, the only website with the best cans on the net. And then we're just going to hit enter. And there you go. It says, hello, welcome to OnlyCans, the only website with the best cans on the net. We are getting so close to our OnlyCans website. It's awesome. Alright, so when we hit enter, our function runs and every invocation is traced. So we can kind of, now this kind of data might take a while to load, so I wouldn't really just sit here for a few minutes or anything to try to show that data loading. But let's open up a couple web pages, and when we get to the end, hopefully it'll show it off. You know, this is also a URL that I can put on my smartphone right now, and it'll take me to this page here, which is really cool. So what we're going to do now is let's go back to our HTTP trigger here, and then we are going to click monitor, and then we can configure the application insights by selecting the timestamp and then click run query in application insights. So yeah, it's not going to show any success counts because it's just too soon. It says results may be delayed for up to 5 minutes, so we're not going to sit here forever and wait for those. But let's see what happens if we run the query right now. We might not get anything. Yeah, we got one right here, But I was doing this lab simulation earlier, and I was messing around with it for like a good 20-30 minutes, and I had a bunch over here. So, but basically, if we followed the steps at the very beginning when we were setting up the log analytics, just clicking monitor will allow us to access to the requests and logs, pretty much. So that first step we did with log analytics gave us the ability to do this. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We created a function app to display a hello message when there is an HTTP request. Pretty cool. And let's see what happens if we try refreshing this one more time. We can run it again. There you go. See, now we're getting some more information of all those web pages that I opened up. So it was working, and they're all still open up here. And that's about it. So last thing we're going to do is just delete everything to prevent any sprawls. We're going to go to all of our resources. We're going to check mark everything, delete, and confirm deletion. And that's it. This was a lab simulation showing the implementation of Azure Functions. Right on. Thanks for watching.